Living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break your keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane, living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't owe you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Hate, rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Rage, don't waste it on me. Spite, life's telling you, don't waste it. I'm telling you, don't waste it. Life's telling you, don't waste it on me. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. Poco no mirai wa.
Good morning, my coffee beans. How you doing this morning? So guess what? I'm not going to be talking about the Colleen Ballinger ukulele apology from hell today. We are going to be talking about it tonight, though, on Clear as Mud at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we've kind of got a unique way of how we're going to talk about it. So make sure you tune in tonight, Eastern Standard Time, for me and Gigi and Seth's take on it. And maybe we may even see a wild banana show up. It kind of depends really on whether or not he can get off from work on time, because he was actually there last night when we were doing the the brainstorming for the episode, and he was actually like really excited. That was, so if Banana was excited about it, I think maybe we may actually be on something a little bit unique. Anyway, yeah, I'm really kind of excited about that tonight. Anyway, we're going to talk this morning about Deaf Noodles, or is it Dennis Feitosa? And we're going to talk about this. Let's just get things started off right, like we do here, right? So this one here, I thought Zada could really appreciate, because she loves her kitties. It says, first I drink the coffee, then I do the stuff, right? So that's what we're going to do, right? We're going to drink the coffee, and then we're going to do the stuff, right? let's give a big round of congratulations. Some 07s in the chat, that type of stuff. The ladies over at the broadcast, they hit 1K. They're now up to 1.14. Xylee, Eva, Mystic, Rennie, and of course Bunny. It's much deserved. They really do a really good show over there. So they've worked hard. They've really put in a lot of effort and time, and I'm just tickled to death for those guys. And so I look to see more and more. I really like this dynamic. The five ladies, and they're each so unique, and each of them have such unique skills. Anyway, they're just really, and I'll be honest with you. I'm really, this is not probably going to come to any shock to anybody. But Bunny, I'm really starting to see her get like really comfortable in her position, and some of the little shots and stuff that she puts out and stuff is so comical. And I just think she's doing a wonderful job over there. Well, all the ladies are doing a wonderful job, but it's really good to see Buddy kind of coming out of her shell. I guess is the way I would put it, whatever. But anyway, congratulations to her, or to the whole team rather. And anyway, so guys, we did it. We shamed Mitch. He has purchased the hair dye. Buddy is the DMAX of our group. Two people. I have I like all the ladies over on the broadcast. I do, but I'm very transparent. Buddy has a soft spot in my heart. And she's just I don't know. There's just something about her inflection when she talks, the Southern drawl and stuff that she has. It's just, I don't know. I really do. I've always liked Bunny, and so anyway, I don't, whatever. It's fine. Call me a simp. That's fine. I simp for the ladies. So I have a thing for clowns, of course. Yeah. But now I like you too, Zaddy. You know that, but Bunny just has a soft spot for, I don't know. So, but I like Zaddy because of her. She's just loud. Zaddy is just loud and very outspoken, and she just she jumps into the car, puts the gas pedal to the floor, and boom, off we go. So Riv wants that Clussy. No, I'm afraid Riv could not handle the Clussy. Riv is afraid of the Clussy. I'll be honest with you. I just don't think I could. But anyway, Mitch has, I don't know so much about this Sonic Origins crap, whatever, but it's Mitch, so we'll let it fly, I guess, whatever. But he has got the hair dye, and it just took a little bit of gentle reminding, a little gentle nudge to remind him he has certain fiduciary obligations to his fan base, his supporters, right? That he'd made certain promises, and I'm glad to see that he's being a person of his word, and I'm glad to see that he is, wasn't he? Then anyway, so good for you, and I can't wait to see him dye his hair. I don't know if that's purple or pink or what it is. It won't show up. Well, no, probably not, because he has like really dark hair. So he would probably have to and don't ask me how I know this, but he probably would need to like bleach his hair out and get it kind of a lighter blonder color, and then put that on there, and it would show up. What he probably really needs to do, if he's really sincere about it, he probably would have to he needs to make an appointment with a beautician and let them, go in there and do that. So you have plans with Mitch's pick? I'm sure you do, Ren. I'm sure you do. But anyway, so, here recently, hang on. Sorry about that. Here recently, Deaf Noodles, Dennis Feitosa, has been kind of making the rounds, as it were, right? He recently was on the broadcast, right? A couple of days ago, they did a live stream. They were talking about Too Mad, and this is a Wild Deaf Noodles appears. So he showed up over there, and they had a conversation with Dennis. Then last night, the boys over at Now Recording had him come in, and they did an interview with him. And that kind of jogged my memory. And I was drawn back to a time where this was about 4 months ago. About 4 months ago, Dennis put out this video, this apology video, right? Kind of apologizing for all the craziness, the antics, the chaos that his world had became. And we over at DeadOnDave Productions was doing a stream going over this and covering this. And this just so happened to be a stream where I believe this was a Monday night stream because Xylee was on there. Anyway, we were kind of going over the video, we really hadn't even got into it. We got maybe just a minute or two, maybe into the video. We really hadn't got too far into the video. And I'm sure Xylee will remember this because she has a better memory than me, but Tommy C showed up. And so anyway, Tommy came in and was kind of really, I guess, I mean, he wasn't like just beating us about the head and stuff, but he kind of came in and he was basically, giving us the biz, right? Kind of ribbing, razzing us or whatever. And because we, the three of us, Xylee, myself, and Dave, were like, it wasn't that bad. We thought it was a decent, an apology video. And, our stance was, leave the door open. Let the guy have an opportunity, right? To come back in and have a redemption if possible, right? And Tommy was just like, he was like, no, his typical Tommy type stuff, right? So I thought it would be kind of cute, a little bit fun, a little bit different, perspective, whatever. Let's kind of go back. Let's kind of listen a little bit to what happened. And then we can kind of contrast that 4 months ago to today, and see how you guys still feel. Do you guys feel like, um, um, you know, is what Dennis is doing now? Is it, is it working? Is it, you know, is he redeeming? Is the, you know, because, recently, Augie and Bo Blacks and the other cat, I don't remember what his name was, went out there and was actually on Dennis's, went to his studio, did a podcast, little interview thing with him. That I thought was kind of enjoyable, with stuff. I thought the interview, I have not got a chance to listen to the one where he came onto the broadcast. That is my plans to do that today. I did get to listen to the one last night live on the now recording. I was listening to it as I was going to bed. I was laying in bed listening to it. But I am, and I know I'm the softy, right? I'm the squishy teddy bear. I get chastised all the time, right? Because I'm too soft on people. I'm too forgiving. And it's bit me in the butt. It 100% has bit me in the butt. Me allowing and being eternally optimistic and slug, being able to, and boy, that one blew up in my face. I got egg all over my face, and and I think that's part of it, right? I think that's going to happen from time to time. You're going to have people that, when you give them that opportunity and you extend that olive branch, or you open that door and say, okay, you're going to have that happen, right? But me personally, I cannot live in a world where just because somebody screws up, I close the door on them and that's it. And I cannot live in a world like that. And eventually one of these days, it's probably going to be a long period of time, but eventually, yes, I will probably interact and engage with Slug again one of these days. But he has got a lot of growing and maturing to do. I hope that he is able to do that. He may not. And if he doesn't, and he continues to do the same silly nonsense that he's, he got him, then, but the door will always be there. I will always, be willing to open a door. I have just got to see some serious growth. And, and Tommy may ultimately be right on this whole situation with Dennis. And he may turn out, to be, but for me, I'll go ahead right out and say this. I really have liked this. I don't know if Dennis kind of decided to quit playing a victim, having this victim mentality or whatever it was, because some of it was a little bit of a victim mentality. But during the interview last night, one of the things that, he said that I thought was very poignant was, when he first really started kind of engaging with this part of the internet, the quote commentary part of the internet, he really didn't know anything about our community. And he kind of listened to some of the buzzwords about us and thought we were like all, was a bunch of fascists and extremists and, alt-righters and that kind of shit. And that was very evident in the stream that he did was back in the day with Augie, right? When those two kind of had their little debate or whatever. And he said last night, he's, are there some shitheads? Are there some shitheads in our community? 100%. There is 100% some shitheads in our community. But that goes with every community. Every community has their shitheads. but he's coming to realize that, we're just not a bunch of assholes over here, and I think that shows some maturity. Now, what I will say was a little bit, but I would have thought that would have been something that he would have learned because, of his age. He had already known that. But I keep having people tell me that this day and age that people they don't mature as fast. There's like a delayed maturity thing. And I'm starting to wonder if maybe they may not be a little bit right. That, a person that's in their mid 30s are still acting like they're in their late teens, early 20s. And they still have those same types of mindsets and stuff, right? And maybe that's the case. I if it is, that explains a lot, but I'm still kind of like, I don't know. But anyway, let's listen to this, because I've got this set up right where Tommy comes in. So let's kind of listen to this interaction this morning. I've talked enough for a while.
Lord, Tommy's here. Tommy's here. Thank God.
Tommy C in the motherfucking house.
I want to tell you hillbilly saps out there. Oh, I think Deaf Noodles is sincere this time.
He looks sincere. He sounds sincere.
Like, oh, it looks sincere. Why does it look sincere? I bet you couldn't even tell me. So don't bother answering.
I can tell you. I can defend that.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say something.
He goes, you can't tell me, and then and Dave's like, I can tell you, but then he won't even let him talk. It's because Tommy. Listen, I love Tommy C. I do. But when Tommy C gets in his angry East Coast, New Yorker type, when he gets into that mode, there's no shutting that mode. He's boy, we're off to the races, and there's, and I love him, right? And I love that, about him, but, it does make it difficult sometimes to try to have a conversation with him. But anyway, this is classic Tommy.
Right fucking now.
Oh, God.
You especially, Dave, are gonna go, oh, right?
All right.
You know why he's not sincere?
Why?
He never apologizes to anybody. He doesn't say Papa Gut. He doesn't say any individual. It's the people. It's you guys. It's the chat. It's the creators.
Well,
it's
the
never
beginning of that, though.
He
did reach out, and I don't know if I can talk about this, Siley. What are the reach outs? Why do you hate me? So
okay, true. That's what he said to
yeah,
me.
exactly. So this is where I excel. You have to admit, this is where I know people.
Well, no, this just could be the beginning of something.
Apologize, and they never name who they apologize to. I grew up with somebody like this. They never say, so I got to apologize for everything I did. What did you do? Well, I'm apologizing for it. What did you do? Nothing. I guarantee if you put him on the spot. He talked about, how the chat helped him through.
Okay, so Tommy has a really good point in this, right? In Dennis's original video, right, when he apologized, he's right. He did not get into specifics. He did not say, address the thing with, like, say, Papa Gut or the whole thing with anything, right? He was very just broad strokes. I grant Tommy that, right? But now Dennis is going around and having individual conversations with people, right? And he is, at least for me, right? But again, I'm one of these gullible hillbillies or whatever it was Tommy called us. To me, he is taking ownership of what happened over the last few years. He is specifically addressing different things, right? And so to me, that does show that Dennis has grown, that he has matured, that he is, I don't know if it's necessarily self-aware or whatever the buzzwords are these days, but I do think that Dennis has grown and matured. Now, is this all an act? Is this all just for show? I don't know. And that's the thing. You don't really ever truly know. You can't see into a person's heart, right? We can't see into Dennis's heart. We don't know. But one of the things that he said, and I was intrigued by it, and I don't know, is he wants people to reach out to him rather than talk about him. He would like to talk with them, and I can appreciate that. And he seems to be so far a man of his word, right? Like talking with Matt and the guys last night, coming on and talking with Xiley. And the boys last night, they went into pretty depth about the whole stand-up thing, right? And that evening and that night, and what happened. And looking back on everything, I can see kind of where his position on that, right? And his perspective of it. Because at the time, I myself was very pro Salvo, and I was really glad to see a new charismatic, a new energized person in this community that was kind of stirring things up a little bit, right? And it, the thing about it is that evening when, Dennis came out and shoved Salvo off the stage. It was like, whoa. That was kind of, but Dennis addressed that last night, specifically. And he 100% owned it, said, I did not handle that situation right. And I'll give Dennis the benefit of the doubt on this thing. Sometimes when you're put into a situation that you're not accustomed to having to deal with, and let's be quite honest, I have never really had dealt with anyone like Salvo before, that big of a personality. And I wasn't even in the physical presence, right? I just saw what was going on online. I was never in the same room. So I can see his, him telling about stuff. I can kind of see, and he admitted he handled it wrong. So if he's taking ownership for things, if he's saying, but I agree with what Dave said. Dave just said in the chat, said, it's honestly too early to tell anything about how much Dennis has matured. People go all in too fast and get burned. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Like I said, yeah, I agree. I agree with what Dave is saying. He's not very complicated. He was acting like an ass last year. Some of it seemed over the top, and now this year he's so far not. That's about it. Yeah. It's almost like a 180 out of what he was doing the year before. So it does seem like, it's this whatever. But I will just say this for my part, for what it's worth. I like this version a lot more so than the other one. I did not mind when he was doing the whole cat in a Minecraft house bit where he was, quote, doing the news. I didn't mind those videos. A lot of times he would get stuff wrong as far as the what do you call it, the information about the story. Sometimes he would be a little bit out of whack on it. But I get stuff wrong too, right? I screw up. I get stories wrong. you know, I don't have all the ends and fours and what for. So, you know, I don't know. It's just, I don't, like I said, I'm overly optimistic. And I guess that's always going to be my downfall, whatever. I'm not out here on the Dennis Feitosa, parade per se, right? Saying, oh, let's let it open arms. But what I'll say is I am enjoying, watching him have these conversations with different people in our community. And he is showing, some maturity and growth. I think that, you know, I think that kind of, you know, and I think that's a fair statement, but let's continue listening to this interaction.
He very well might, but I mean, that goes with what I was saying. That's going to be proven in time.
He has ever done is double down.
He very well
Until
might.
It couldn't go anywhere. Yeah. He apologized to no one and everyone. And it was vague. There was no pinpoint thing. The first one would have been Papa God, right?
Well, actually, the first thing you should have done was drop the lawsuit to Keem, and I already called that out.
Because he doesn't mean it. Because he doesn't mean it.
And we're working towards all that time. We haven't even listened to the video yet.
Who cares if he drops? I don't care if he sues Keem or not. Fuck them both. But anyway, but that's the thing. I'm talking about he doesn't mean any of it. None of it. Because he would have named an individual. If you're truly sorry, you think about that person. You've all been sorry before, and you think how you hurt them.
We've got 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the video time.
No, I didn't. I watched the whole thing.
No, we haven't. We watched 14 seconds.
Why would you watch a fucking thing?
Because we were precursing and moving towards it.
I heard you talking. Oh, he sounds sincere. I went and watched the video.
That was called precursing, Tommy. You've blown up the whole fucking thing we had going. Good.
No, I thought you said he looks and sounds sincere, so I assumed you watched the video.
That was the pre, and then we're going to watch it. We're going to discuss it.
Good. Well, you never did to anybody, and now I poisoned the well. Good. Fuck all y'all. Have a great night.
You're going to get a lot more of Tommy C around here. Ooh, the Tommy C bomb drops. You never know when you're going to get Tommy C.
And so that was our stream that night. And Tommy,
suck your own butthole. You're doing great.
What is this? JFA. Did you know Alex was found unresponsive in his home yesterday? Nobody has updated his status at this time. I know the guy was a snake, but didn't realize. What are your thoughts? JFA. I did not know that. I don't know if this is one of your bullshit things. Or what? If you're being sincere, I hope the dude's okay. And JFA, if you're just, why would you lie about something? Because you're JFA. JFA, I'm sorry, you have a reputation, my dude. You know, if that is true. If what JFA just said, if that's true, then I hope the dude's okay. Yeah. That's all I'll say. I mean, I don't, there's really nobody, guys, I don't hate nobody. I mean, sometimes I kind of go hard, or I, you know, I'll be a little bit, even like the whole thing the other day, you know, the whole Pika-Pee and Hoojin and all that shit, right? That was just fun. That was just some yucks. That was just some laughs. I don't dislike any of those guys. You know, shocker. I don't even dislike, CJ Brown or Salvo or any of the rest of those guys. I don't dislike any of them guys. I don't like them, but I don't dislike them. I'm neutral. I'm just whatever. Like, I'm just like, guys, go do you, live your life, do you, whatever. I'm just, for the most part, I'm just not going to be a part of it. I'm just not going to engage. I'm occasionally, when I'm so inclined, I may possibly, you know, say or do something, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, there was there's one thing here. And this was kind of funny, I thought. Kind of move. Anyway, final thoughts on the whole dentist thing that's going on right now. I hope, for Dennis's sake, I hope that he has really truly matured. I hope this that we're seeing this version now. I hope this is authentic. I hope this is the quote new Dennis. I think it will serve him well. I hope that it's not like Tommy said. I hope, it's not just some sort of act or whatever, that it's just, I would hate, honestly, I would hate that. Because I think that's destructive. I honestly, I don't want to see nobody just self-destruct. I really don't. I learned a long time ago that life is way too short to have hate in your heart for people. Because it poisons you. If you go around hating somebody, it poisons you. It doesn't do anything to them. It doesn't do anything to them. But it poisons you. It makes you miserable. It grows like a cancer inside you. Your best thing to do is to forget about them, put them out of your life, move on. Just, take that, a metaphor that I like to use is you basically walk up to, you walk up to a canyon, a gorge, right? Like the Grand Canyon type thing. And you take all that hate, all that luggage that you're carrying around, throw it off down there into the bottoms of the canyon, and then walk away from it and never go back and get it. Don't go back and pick it up. Don't do it. Just walk away from it. And just don't think about it. Let them go live their lives. If they're miserable people, then let them go be miserable. But hating on them and carrying that around with you, all that will do ultimately is make you miserable as well. So it's best just to, so. What's it? I can't walk and have one leg. Listen, JFA, quit trying to appropriate Matt Pitt's life. Okay, dude, you're funny, right? You're funny. You don't have to be Matt Pitt to be funny. Okay, and besides, everybody knows, and I think it's been determined that Matt Pitt is he's like a butthole, right? He's just a butthole. And he's a joke stealer. Let's not forget that Matt Pity Party Pitt is a joke stealer. He is the Carlos Mencia of the commentary community. And he's still not addressing that. I may not get all my facts right, Matt Pitt, but, I don't have pity parties and I don't appropriate other people's jokes, sir. Thank you. I'm joke police. No, CJ. I'm not joke police. I just know when it's not funny, and your shit ain't funny. But I did find this kind of amusing. Maggot edits kind of, anyway, I don't know if the word escapes me, but, Pika continued to kind of spurg out a little bit after the stream or whatever. Anyway, she says, when will you guys, she quote treats herself, which I don't know what that's kind of weird, but anyway, says, I make a post that calls out for makes fun of you. You're out of your fans because you can't fight your own battles. I shit all over you with points and jokes you can't refute. Then you beg me to come on your show. I don't think I begged anybody, but whatever. Then she goes on to say, when will you guys learn that you make yourselves look like idiots and I really don't have to do much? Have fun with your streams that I don't watch. Have fun with your streams that I don't watch. I've officially seen it all. I've seen both the worst live stream and the worst YouTuber apology in existence in the same day. What a ride. She likes me. She really likes me. I just find that funny. I'm sorry, I find that funny. But anyway, listen. I want Hoojin and Pika P to be happy and prosperous, and I want them to continue being themselves because they do provide a source of entertainment, and I appreciate that about them. I really and truly I do. I wish them all the best in the world. Oh Lord, guys, I really don't. I don't really have anything else that I really specifically want to talk about this morning. If anybody would like to call in real quick, we can have a quick conversation. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up and give you guys back some of your time. And Zada can go off to bed and get her some rest. Oh, yeah, right. Bless their hearts. Exactly, Eva. Bless their hearts. But no, I do. I wish them all the best, and I hope they go forth and do good things. One little other note: Super Dave over at Milltown's Best asked me to join him Saturday. He's having, I don't know, some big stream, whatever, and so I'm going to join him Saturday. I can't remember the time. I'll get the time to you guys tomorrow. Remind me, and I'll look up and get that time to you. Good morning, Miss Ziley. How you doing, Ziley?
Good morning.
So what do you think?
There's not okay. Look, I need you to stop spreading these lies and propaganda.
Whoa, what lies and propaganda am I spreading?
There is nothing wrong with hating a motherfucker. What's wrong with you? There is nothing wrong.
I told you.
I live off of caffeine, nicotine, and spite. What are you talking about?
But Ziley, darling, that
What?
I'm telling you, the caffeine, okay, the nicotine, maybe not so much because it's not good for you. But the spite, it's like a cancer. I'm telling you, you're better off just letting it go.
It
No,
fuels me. Let me tell you why it fuels me.
Okay,
you know
why
why
does
it fuels me?
Why does it fuel you?
Because every time I get a little bit of success, like I have like a goal, and I reach that goal, I know my haters are hating on it, and it makes me laugh because I'm making them miserable.
Okay. Well, I guess if it works for you, fine, whatever. I'm just saying personally myself, long time ago, I took all these people that I had hatred in my heart for, and I went and I just said, I get rid of it. I just released it. I was like, no, they're not going to control my thoughts and my actions and nothing. And I was like you. I mean, I used it to motivate me to become successful and to get somewhere in life, in the real world, in my career. And then I was like, I was glad I was successful in career and all that. It afforded me to I eventually met my beautiful bride, and I had two wonderful young men that I raised to be productive members of society. But it ultimately was weighing me down, and I found so much freedom in just letting all that stuff go.
I agree with Steffi. Shoot first, then ask questions. If they can handle you shooting, then there's somebody you can be around. If they can't handle it, they don't need to be around you anyway. Shit.
Well, here's the thing. Like I say, if people, I love you, Zolly, and so that, and
I'm giving you shit.
Oh, I know you are. I know you are. That's fine.
I mean, I do live off of spite. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I
but
know.
I'm not
Listen.
as hateful as what I'm making myself sound.
Oh, I know you're not. I know you. Here's I'm gonna pull back the veil a bit, guys. Zolly really truly does have a really big soft heart. She just doesn't like to let it out too often.
I will fight you in front of everybody right now. I will fight you in front of everybody. I don't care how beloved you are in this community. I will fight you in front of everyone.
So, first of all, congratulations to your guys' big achievement on the broadcast.
Thank you.
That was well deserved. You guys did great, and
me and my girls have been working hard.
You guys have been working hard.
We really have. We've been doing God knows how many live streams.
Yep.
I think we're up to 22 episodes now. We're about to shoot the 23rd tonight. Can you believe we started in December though?
No, that's really. I mean, you guys are on a rocket. You really are.
Even Mystic, and then I still think the best thing we could have done is got Rennie and Bunny.
And
I love working with all of them. I really do.
Yeah. And like I said, I always, when I first started interacting with,
uploads.
yeah, when I first started, or I first met Bunny, which was, of course, the Hen House podcast and all that. I could see she was funny, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay. And I was like, and so to see her kind of blossom and grow, because she's kind of finding her rhythm. That's what I meant over there on the, because she's starting to really put out some funny little zingers here and there, during y'all's shows. And yeah. And I'm like,
Steph Noodles, is the allegations true? Do you clean your butthole? And I was like, oh, funny. Bunny has been wanting to ask this question ever since she found out he was coming on the show. Oh my God. She was so excited to be able to ask him that. You just don't understand.
Did he take, I haven't got to watch that episode, but that's on my my list to watch today. If I can get to it. So what was his reaction to that?
He started laughing, and he was like, look, I'm from Brazil. We have bidets.
Yeah, right.
She goes, okay, y'all. And then she went on to Twitter and tweeted it out. It's official now. I put it on Twitter. I'm
there
like, oh my God, Bunny. Oh my God. She is fucking crazy.
You know what?
Oh my God.
She is, like, for example, okay, so kind of some analogies. All right, so you look at like Now Recording, they've got Beavers, and Beavers is this wild card, just no holds barred.
Bunny.
And Bunny is that for you guys.
Yes.
And so I was looking, I was like, and when I added like when we added Seth over to the Clear as Mud, we got the same type thing. Yeah. She's a little bit more, I'm having to get her to calm down on some of her stuff, because some of her stuff is whew, but she's she's coming along, and she's like you guys have Eva, right? And she's just very analytical and historical and has all this stuff and just real good about it. I've
always called Eva the female Australian Matt Pitt.
Yes.
Honestly.
And I've got the same thing with Gigi. Because of what she does professionally for her job, her ability to go out and do research and get analytics it's a whole nother level. And she's very expedient at it.
I like to think that our Australian over at the broadcast is better than Now Recording's Australian, because at least our Australian knows what's going on.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes. Mitch, I love Mitch. I really do. And he's funny and entertaining. I love me
some Mitch. Mitch is such a sweetie.
But Mitch shows up he's actually like a Willie Mack. He shows up, he doesn't know what's going on, and he just, okay. It just says some shit.
Yeah, poor Mitch. Bless his heart.
Yeah.
He's something all right.
And he's very, I think the world of Mitch. I think he's a funny dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. Jeez.
And see, like Rennie is our resident sweetheart.
Yeah.
But she knows how to like if you say, okay, if you go and tell Rennie, I want to know everything about this story. She's going to come back with a 5-page dissertation on everything, on every tweet, every article, every video imaginable on the subject.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
You just point to something and she'll go, okay, I'm going to go find out. And it's like 5,000 things. It's crazy.
And it's
absolutely crazy.
And that's kind of how Gigi is, as far as the depth of research and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't know, because it's kind of funny how all the podcasts they're unique. Every one of them's unique. But
absolutely.
But then there's a lot of similarities too, right, in the characters and I think that's just because those different personalities work well together, and you have whatever, right? The only thing is I don't I don't know if we're going to ever add any more over on Clear as Mud. We were going to have, like I said, we were going to have 5 because I thought that would be good because I knew Banana's work and stuff, whatever. And of course, now that's come to fruition, and so we probably won't be seeing Banana a lot because he's beyond busy work. And so it's just the 3 of us, and I'm kind of liking that. But I don't know. I still sometimes I feel like maybe if we had, another person, it might not be necessarily a bad thing. But I just don't know kind of really what kind of a personality that I would add to the
You need
soup
somebody.
over.
Well, you have Seth. I would say you need somebody mean. Like we have 2 mean people. That would be me and Mystic.
Yeah.
Like me and Mystic both are like very loud, very boisterous, very rawr. Yeah. The only difference between me and her, she's nerdier than me and a hell of a lot younger.
Yeah. Well, we don't really have any, I guess, quote, bulldogs.
That's what you need.
We don't have any
bulldog.
Bulldog on. I don't know who. I just don't. But I don't know that I don't. I'm so soft, I guess. I don't know. I would feel bad about having, sometimes. I don't know. I just like.
Why would you feel bad?
Oh, because you know me. I'm all about laughing and having fun, but I don't want to just like tear somebody to pieces. I just don't. I just don't like doing that.
I mean, if they deserve it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Yesterday last night. Was it last night or the night before last?
When I was doing the Pee thing and stuff, that was
in the beginning. You were tearing into that ass, sir.
Well, yeah, but it was all good fun. It wasn't.
No,
it wasn't serious.
No. There was not a damn smile on your face. Don't even try to act. Don't even sit here and try to act nice and funny and jolly Saint Nick and shit like that. You were angry.
I wasn't angry. Why was I
angry?
No,
I saw that look on your eye.
Hang on, she's right, Peepaw. K-Huck.
Thank you.
K-Huck, no.
Oh, okay, all right. Yes, Joey. Okay, you're right. You were very disappointed in the person you were talking to. You can tell by the look on your face.
Yes.
Is that better, Joey?
Yes, I was okay. I'm sure I was kind of like in dad mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when your child misbehaves, it wasn't I was just disappointed. And so I was being stern.
Mode all the damn time.
Yeah, I was just being stern. I was just being like, so. But no, I don't have no,
Don't let these damn youngins affect you. What are you doing? Because she don't watch, but she watches.
Of course she did. I knew that. Of course. How could he not watch me? I'm lovable. Come on.
Her little mean ass.
You know what? It was so shocking, I guess, kind of to me. Like, it was almost like she turned her Twitter account over to Hugin, and he was actually doing all the tweeting because
she's always been like that. She's just
really?
like Hugin. Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's why I blocked her a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I don't like. Well, you know me. I don't block anybody. I just mute. I mute the hell out of people.
If I don't want to see their shit. Listen, here's the thing about muting somebody. They can still get under my post and say some stupid shit. So if I block them, they can't.
Well,
Well, unless they're talking about under somebody else, someone will do that too.
And then you know what? Here's the thing. I'm sure there will eventually someone will pop up eventually that will so just irk me that I will block them. I mean, I'm sure the day's coming.
I used to be like that. I used not to block people, and then I was like, you know what? Nah, fuck that. So now my block hand is heavy. My block hand and half of Twitter is pretty much blocked and muted for me.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, like for example, there's sometimes like I'll have an account muted, and because of Twitter being Twitter. They'll come in and reply under me, and I'll still see it for some reason. I'll be like, damn, I thought I had that account muted.
Let me tell you something. Mutes don't hide them anymore. All it does is show from account muted. That's it. They can still see your shit, and all it does is come up the box as account that's muted. Sometimes they even show up in my notifications.
Yeah, I know it should, this is count that you muted, whatever, and that's fine. Then you can click to see what they actually said if you're so inclined to do so. But there's been a few times where it doesn't show that it's a muted account. It just shows it like it's not muted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just Twitter being glitchy. So I was like,
Yes,
whatever,
and those are mofos that get blocked because if I don't want to
Yeah.
see you, I don't want to see you.
So who is this? We got another caller. Let me see who this is here.
Who is it?
I'm not for sure. Is that? I don't know why it just cuts off the names like that. I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
Spectre.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Spectre?
Oh,
Good
by the
morning.
way,
Hmm?
side note, real quick.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you have a letter and it goes ... on your Discord name, that means you need to change your Discord name.
Gotcha.
Is
Okay.
that what that means?
Yes, I found that out last night.
Oh, okay. All right. The
Ah,
more
that
you
makes
know.
sense.
The more you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your thoughts this morning, Mr. Spectre?
I'm doing well. I mean, I'm glad I was able to catch more of your streams, but that's probably mostly because my sleep schedule is entirely fucked. Because whenever you're streaming, it's like at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, ah, shit.
Well, that's okay. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I can catch the VODs afterwards anyway.
Yeah.
I have plenty of time to do that. So anyway, so I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate here because I
Okay.
agree with both. Because I agree with both of you. I do agree with Xylee that it is perfectly okay to hate a bastard.
mhm.
It's perfectly okay to hate a bastard. At the same time, though, maybe it's just me, but it takes a lot to really get me to hate anyone.
Mhm.
Really.
Tell me that when you reach 47.
Fair. No, that makes sense. No, unless if you're.
I want to
mean,
hear you say the same thing when you reach 47. Just saying.
who
Because
knows?
I can
We'll
only
see.
imagine how I'm going to be when I reach Peepaw's age. Throwing it out there.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, but just in general for me, because everybody knows I'm way too nice for my own good anyway. But
Mhm.
unless if you're Colleen fucking Ballinger, but yeah, that's honestly about as much as that's my common ground is that I can understand both sides. But I do agree. I think the more I get older, the more I'm gonna be like, I regretted that statement many years ago. So, and then all I'm gonna say about the Pika P Hyojin situation is all I can say is I'm glad that Hyojin is no longer around Aussie because because I will tell you this now. Whenever they do streams together, I'm there because I'm a mod and I can jump in on like whenever she streams. And I always tell her to make sure that you keep an eye on him because I don't trust him.
You mean to tell me she never realized how Hoojin was the whole
No, she
time on
did.
Twitter?
No, she did. No, it's
exactly,
just
she
I
did.
always
So
double check.
how much can I feel sorry for her then? When she
I-
knew how he was.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, can we be for real? I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid off. Can we be
That's
for
okay.
real? How
can
bad
understand.
can I feel sorry for her when she saw how he was on Twitter?
Mm-hmm. No, I get it.
I
totally get it.
mean,
Right.
you know.
But yeah, that's about. I mean, from my side, that's about as much as I have. It's gonna be this next week's gonna be interesting for me because K-Hug's gonna be interviewing me on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
K-Hug's gonna be interviewing me. That's gonna be interesting because I'm not used to anything like that.
It'll be fine. Just have fun
Oh,
with
I'm
it.
sure.
That's what I'll tell
Listen,
you.
yeah,
as
no,
much as
she
you
said-
call into streams, you'll be fine. I
Oh,
promise.
yeah.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun. Because I've been helping her out and I've been a huge supporter for her. So I do what I can.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, listen.
Anyways, I'm gonna go.
I-
Go ahead.
I was gonna wrap it up because I got to get off to work. But
No problem.
Thanks for calling in, Spectre. You have
Absolutely.
a great day.
Have a great one.
All right. Bye bye.
And I got one last thing to say before I leave. Joey
Yes.
Westside, you are correct. FYI. You are correct.
Oh,
Joey knows what I'm talking about.
yeah, I saw that.
We're being shady. Joey and I are being shady.
Shade.
Yes.
I can appreciate some good shade because,
Listen.
and I love some good petty too. Don't ever miss. I love some petty. So,
This is Xylee that hasn't slept in like over 12 hours. So,
girl, you've got to get that under control. So,
what is sleep? There's no such thing as sleep. Sleep is an enigma at this point.
it's not. I go to bed every night about the same time. I get up every morning unless there's something that happens to disrupt my schedule, and then I'm a cranky ass.
Well, I beat you. I'm cranky all the time.
Well, see, and that's
Lack of
I
sleep
tell you,
ain't got shit to do with it.
I think there's two ways. You're talking about when you get my age, how I think there's two ways because when I was younger, I was a lot more like you, very quick to shoot, very quick to whatever. But as I've gotten older, I've mellowed the hell out.
See, I thought I would do the same thing. Like, I am more mellow in the sense of I care about people more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, if I dislike you, I really dislike you. And if I put you in the I dislike you category, we might as well say hate because I really don't care what happens to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I don't care. Like, legit do not give a shit.
Well, kind of like I was talking about years ago when I finally made the decision to just kind of take all that hatred that I had and this because I wanted, there were people in my life that I if their brains were on fire, I wouldn't piss in the air to put it out. Okay. I mean, that's right.
There's people in my life now I feel that way about.
And so I put all that, I threw that all away. I was like, I'm just not going to let that. Right. So nowadays, if somebody in the same sense, I ignore them. I just don't interact with them. Right. And
that's why I mute and block.
Yeah. Because
that way I don't interact with them.
It's kind of like what Max says. The best possible thing that I can do for them is just not engage with them.
Yes, people. Don't engage with them and don't talk about them on your streams. Hey, Pika.
Oh, some of them I like to poke every now and then because they're easy to poke. Come on now. Let me have some fun. Shit.
Jesus Christ. You started the stream and then you start talking about Pika and I was like, oh my God, not her again. You just talked about her. That shit was funny though.
It was funny. It was funny. So anyway, but no, listen, guys, I got to wrap it up here. But thanks for make sure you're checking Xylee out on Xylee Gets Real, the broadcast. Make sure you're checking all that out. I have to apologize, I guess, everybody. I had planned on and had hoped to be enjoying Dave last night on his stream. Unfortunately, IRL stuff happened, and I was not. I got to get with Dave this morning. Apologize to him directly, but. I know he'd put out that I was going to be there, and I'm sure some people showed up and kind of was like, where am I at and whatever. Some things happen. It happens from time to time. I've got to get with Dave and extend my apologies to him too. But I'm going to try to do my best to start trying to be a little bit more. But right now, it's still very chaotic in my home life right now. Hopefully that's going to be, my mother-in-law is doing a lot better. And hopefully she's going to, it's really, my wife is, she's kind of the gatekeeper on this, whether or not she thinks her mom's ready to kind of be on her own again. And so, but she's doing a lot better. She's a lot more able to get up and move around and take care of herself more and more every day. And so hopefully, because I know she wants to get back to her own home and she wants to get back to her own bed and her own house. And
no, your wife is just like, I ain't ready for this shit yet.
But
I ain't ready for this shit.
Yeah. So but like I said, once all that kind of calms down, whatever, I'll have more time. I think maybe, and hopefully I can be more frequent on Dave's shows then, and we can get back to kind of doing things again because I do miss it. I miss hanging out with Dave and doing those shows because those are a lot of fun. I really had a lot of fun doing them. And But I don't, you know. But anyway, so I'm sorry for the guys that showed up over there thinking I might be there last night. That's on me. Things just got out of control. So, but anyway, thanks for calling in today.
Thank
Xylee.
you for having me, people.
Oh, you know you're always welcome here.
Go to work, and I'm going to
yep.
go to bed.
You go get some rest, have some sweet dreams. And remember, guys, go check out those, like I say, check out Xylee. Go watch the Now Recording stream if you didn't watch it, haven't seen it last night.
That was a really good stream last night. Go back and watch it if you didn't watch it. It was really good.
I've got to finish watching it because I didn't get to, basically when the dentist interview left, it was so late for me. I just turned off and went straight to sleep. I won't finish watching that. I've got to watch y'all's streams. I'm really behind on several streams, trying to get caught up on stuff. Tonight, 8:00 Eastern Standard Time, we should be doing a Cam podcast. Make sure you check us out over there. There's just, again, as always, there's a lot of content being made and created right now. Chris the Narc, Ruin Leon, just to name a couple. Nerdy John's even making content, doing things again. Make sure you're checking him out there. And anyway, until the next time, guys, remember to keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.